What if I told you I brought together the crossover DC and Marvel never will?
Don't give me hope.
In this video, I'll take you behind the scenes of how I made this happen. From animating complex character movements to crafting a sprawling cyberpunk city. Using motion capture, Blender, and Unreal Engine 5, I made an animation where Batman Beyond, Spider-Man 2099, and Invincible collide like you've never seen before. But is it enough to gain the approval of not one, not two, but 3 die-hard fandoms? Stick around to find out. Listen, we all know crossover events are the ultimate fan dream, but let's face it, DC and Marvel probably aren't teaming up anytime soon. So I decided to take matters into my own hands and create the crossover we've all been waiting for. But who do I bring together? I don't want to do characters that have already been done like a billion times in media. No. I want to do characters with untapped potential. And I mean, who better to start out than the most slept on, underrated, and ignored character in DC? Now, who would go well with him from Marvel? Spider-Man 2099 was the obvious pick. And with his recent surge in popularity due to the Spider-Verse franchise, it was a no-brainer. But for this animation to really have viral potential, it needs a third character. Now, I could choose another character from either Marvel or DC that would fit, but I wanted to go another route. He's a young hero just like Terry. He hardly ages, so realistically, he could live long enough to see both Batman Beyond and Spider-Man 2099. It was literally perfect. First, I need models. I'm currently working on my most ambitious project yet, a concept trailer for a Batman Beyond film. Luckily, I've already got a great Batman Beyond model created by my good friend, The Glorious Pictures. So that covers Batman. Next, Spider-Man 2099. Easy. Finally, Invincible. He's relatively new to mainstream media, so getting a good model will be hard, and I'm nowhere near talented enough to attempt making him from scratch. I'd rather support my friends who are. So I hit up my buddy Nero to make it. And he killed it, as always. Go show these guys some love, follow them, subscribe to their Patreons, whatever they got, they more than deserve it. Next, animation. I'm blessed enough to own my own mocap solution, a Perception Neuron Studio. If you'd like to pick one up, check out my link down below. If you don't have the means for one, that's fine. These days, there are a plethora of alternatives. I have a tutorial one right up here if you'd like to check it out. Now, the concept of my animation is simple. Start off with Batman filming in a selfie style. Next, have Spider-Man web the camera and pull it towards him as he falls backwards off the ledge of a skyscraper. As the camera rotates downward, it shows not just how high up we are, but also the sprawling cyberpunk city below. The camera falls downward with Spider-Man catching it and flipping it around to show Batman and Invincible free falling right behind him. Invincible speeds past the camera as Batman opens up his wings and then rockets away with his emblem grazing the camera. Whew! Yeah, this is gonna be a lot. Time to get to work. I threw on my suit and acted out each motion. I did a few takes of each and I figured I could sort of mash them together in Blender later. I also plan on using the camera flying over the ledge of the building as a hidden transition point for the different animations. After rigging, retargeting, and cleaning each animation, I exported everything to Unreal, which is where the real work begins. Because I've been working on my Batman Beyond CG project for so long, I already have a sprawling city environment. This was made by literally chucking a bunch of cyberpunk building models in the foliage paint editor and then painting a frick ton of buildings. Add a bunch of area lights to light them up, add a massive emissive plane with an image of a city from above for the street floor, and you're done. Don't worry, I'll make a more detailed guide soon, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. Using a particle simulation made and exported from Blender, I added a bunch of flying traffic to the scene. I also baked this procedural texture animation from an artist named Lazaro so I could import it into Unreal as a media plate actor. If you want to learn more about media plate actors in Unreal, click right up here. Now it's finally time to get to the characters in the scene. I imported every animation and put them in place. Using Easy Rain by William Foucher, I implemented a material function into each of the characters' materials to give them a rainy, drippy effect, which went a long way with the realism. All that's left to do now is animate the camera. And because the characters are gonna pass the camera off to each other, this means I have to animate both the characters and the camera at the same time, which is pretty simple. Using an attach track and sequencer, I'm able to attach the camera to whichever character I need. For instance, in the beginning, I have Batman holding the camera, but eventually it falls into Spider-Man's hands. I just made a simple attach track and set Batman and Spider-Man's hands as the attach point. Then it's just a matter of animating the position and rotation of each character to fall down at roughly the same speed. For some extra energy, I added rocket booster particle effects to Batman's rocket boots using the same attach track technique. And then I triggered them to activate right before Batman takes off flying past the camera. The final finishing touches were adding some animated neon signs using GIFs and custom animations as little Easter eggs, tweaking the lighting and weather, and adding a custom decal as a fun little signature. And after all that work, I finally had a finished animation. Well, kinda. Next on the list, compositing. I want to keep this brief, so let's lightning round this. Time remap the fall. It looks a little bit too slow. Perfect. Add Spider-Man's web and add some color and glow to it to make it neon like in the Spider-Verse movie. Add some camera shake and radio blur to the fall. Animate a mask around Batman's wings to make them appear as if they're opening up right before the wind pushes them upwards. Add some extra oomph to the rocket boots. Their power isn't convincing enough. And you know what? Let's throw in a shockwave and use that to drive some chromatic displacement to help sell the power. Now I want a rocket trail behind Batman. So I'm going to throw Video Copilot's Saber plugin on a solid and animate a simple mask path for it to follow. Tweak the core and glow settings, add some glow to color the smoke closest to his boots, and not bad. But to really bring it to life, it needs some sound. Personally, I'm a rock guy, and this remix of Youngest Daughter by Superheaven fits the vibes perfectly.
BNYX.
But you wanna know the truth? Music can only do so much. So I chucked the render in Fairlight, where I layered a bunch of different sound effects from my sound library. Sound design does so much for a video and is often my favorite part of making videos. After an hour of sound work, we finally get But now it's time to answer the big question. The reason for the pressure behind this video and why it had to be the best I can make it. Was all my effort, all my sleepless nights good enough to satisfy 3 fandoms? I think so. I mean, this is my most popular animation to date and the comments have been nothing but supportive, so I mean, you be the judge. Make a movie, huh? Yeah, I can do that. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to like and subscribe. It's free, and you can always change your mind later. If you'd like to help support what I do, feel free to join my Patreon link down below. If you have any questions, type them up, leave them in the comment section below, and I'll catch you in the next one.